everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jerry and you're watching JM Prod Quad. And then just a little bit down that same road, it just backed into a tree. The end result was that it ripped off the gimbal, and I had to ship my DJI drone back to DJI. But before that, I basically had to choose which method I'll use on the DJI website to send back my drone, because that tree, I gotta tell you, it was in the middle of a plot of land, and with lots of space around it where the drone could have easily maneuvered or even gone a little bit higher than where it currently was at 22 meters. So the end result of all these emails and the back and forth with the engineers from DJI was that it was a compass failure. I should have done a compass calibration prior to the event. They also insisted that trees should be avoided at all costs in general. But according to the DJI ad that they're advertising the product, it goes like this.
Omnidirectional obstacle sensing on a DJI Mini drone means safety in all directions for the very first time, so you can focus on capturing the perfect shot with peace of mind.
Okay, well, it's not the first time that marketing has a different perception than the actual product, and we all are aware of that. In my opinion, it was the algorithm's error to execute the active track instructions before the object detected an avoidance. So if this was a result of a compass calibration issue, then maybe it was a compass failure or a defect that caused this crash. Although I don't see how that is relevant when the drone is descending while detecting an object or an obstacle. This episode, we're going to be creating an advanced waypoint mission without actually being on the site. We'll show you how to create your waypoint targets, your POI targets, and how to configure your global settings for your automated flight. Please begin by clicking on the little snake in the middle left of your screen to bring up the menu for the waypoint missions. That's our first waypoint. And I'd like to drop some point of interest locations. And that's it. So that looks good, and I can't wait to go get out there and fly it. Well, today's the day where we go on site.
Take off. Home point update.
So we are at waypoint number 2, and we're facing our POI number 2. As you can see, the AR has initiated and it's returning home. Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today is a beautiful day here in Montreal, Canada. We're going to head to Ontario, where we're going to do a waypoint mission on site. Stay tuned. So we've arrived at Hawkesbury, Ontario, and it's still a beautiful sunny day. It's a little cold out here. We'll try to get everything done before I freeze. Based on the DJI website, the Mini 4 Pro is capable of operating as low as -10 Celsius. Our UAV forecast is indicating that we are currently at -6 Celsius. I will try to keep this video short as it is a little cold out here and my fingers are already starting to show signs of frostbite. This looks like a nice area where we can start our waypoint mission, starting with waypoint 1. Okay, so we'll set our first waypoint around this point. I should mention that every time we click on the C1 button to set each of the waypoints, you will see that the drone will lock in the altitude, the heading, the gimbal tilt, and if you want to set up anything else like the zoom and stuff, you can go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and hit the go button and start our mission. And last but not least, our waypoint 7, which is close to our home point. This is the area that I chose for today's automated flights. It is mild, so there's snow, but it's very mushy. So today we're going to try a few other automated tasks for the drone, and I've picked a location that might be really interesting. I've been here before. It's one of my favorites, Thomas Monroe Park. All right, let's get to it. Okay, here we are. We are about to take off. We got 23 satellites. The recording is started, and I'm going to put my gloves on and we'll get this bird up in the air. I guess the first thing I want to try is the cruise control. So let's get this moving forward and just a little higher. And we'll hit that cruise control button. We're not going too fast, kind of, I think to the right. Aircraft warning zone. I do hear one, but we're not that high up, which is a good thing. Our cruise control is still on, and we're just traveling about 10.6 meters per second. Go and off you go. And that's my wife with our dog that just came back from a little short walk. and we'll just turn over the waterway and head back towards this way. We're gonna walk over the bridge.
I do.
You gonna do it again? Okay. All right, then we'll turn and head back the other way. And let's just raise the gimbal a little bit. Maybe increase our speed. We still have 73% battery. It looks like I'm on the edge of a warning zone, so an airport warning zone. And this is a pier that just goes into the water, and you can drive your car out here and have a nice time on the pier, especially when the weather is right. I think we'll head back. Should go there. Should land on the let's see, will it? Precision landing to boot. Give the drone a few seconds to update its home point and get its bearings. We'll bring it up a little bit, drop the gimbal. All right, so to do that, I guess we're gonna have to get out of record. So we'll just speed it up. Guess the hyperlapse would work better if it was a windier day, but to be honest, I'm not in the mood to freeze today like I did on the last video. We'll give it a second to finish the hyperlapse and stitch it all together. Okay, so we're just a few shots away from the end of the hyperlapse, and that should immediately begin to create the video as we see right there. A while ago we did an advanced waypoint mission. Well, today the weather is mild and we're going to refly that mission and see how close we come to it. Okay, we're hitting the go button right now and off we go to our first waypoint where we'll begin our mission. Just arrived. There we go. We'll use our trusty lightsaber to split the screen in two. And we're going to get a precision landing, as you can see, right on the H. Come on down. Right on. Welcome back to all my supporters and friends, and to all those that are new. You're watching JM Prod Quad. before we go on with the show, some of you may be asking where I've been in the last couple of months. The stresses of my highly demanding job and multiple family losses contributed to my health issues and my absence from the channel. I'm glad to report that I'm slowly recovering, and I look forward to making great content again. Now let's get into it. Today we'll take a short flight with the Mini 4 Pro and the RC2 controller. There will be some strong wind, and I'd like to see how it's going to perform under those conditions. We will be taking a look at DJI's competition that seems to be heating up. Now let's go on with the show. Today it's a nice day, but it's a little windy. So the speed is set to normal, but as you can see there's our P mode bug with the current version of firmware from DJI. We've got 24 satellites. I think we're going to give it a shot and take off now. I don't see no reason why we can't. I wanted to take a quick flight with the Mini 4 Pro during the 41-kilometer wind situation. It's a short flight, and we'll manually fly it just to see how it performs under these conditions. I definitely feel the wind pushing the drone slightly. Well, that was close. Here it comes. Boy, the gusts are really picking up. You can see the slanting as it fights the wind. As the popularity of drones continues to soar, we are seeing a fundamental shift in the landscape of drone manufacturers. More players are jumping in the commercial and consumer markets, making the competition even harder for DJI. The one thing I can say in defense of DJI is perhaps that their service and support is up there, and it's very hard for a lot of companies to afford that level of service. My only negative about DJI's support is the fact that whatever information we're able from our community to send out to them, when they release a firmware update, we never get the feedback. Hey, we're listing the fixes, and this is what we fixed, this is what's pending. In that case, a lot of this information we have to figure out ourselves, and we'd have to test every firmware to see if they actually made any changes that we've reported in the past. That makes it hard for us to know whether or not they're listening to us. So DJI, if you're listening, please provide a fix list with every new firmware release that you make. This would be highly appreciated by the whole community. I hear everybody's having these issues with the RTH, return to home, and I'm going to test it out because I've never had a problem with return to home. Okay, we got, let's see, 18 satellites, which is good. The weather apps were saying I'm only going to get a maximum of 14. We got 18 satellites. Okay, so we'll let it sit there for a few seconds, but it gets its bearings, and then we'll take it out a bit and come back.
All right, start recording. This is one of my favorite places to fly over. We'll just take it out a bit. Maybe we'll drop our altitude a little bit. Very peaceful here today. Not many people because it's overcast. In fact, I don't see a lot of sailboats out and about. They're just parked there, anchored. I think what we'll do is we'll go all the way up to that pier and hit our return to home. And there's a wasp after me. We're just above that pier right now. There is some activity there. Not much, mind you. All right, so we're gonna hit the return to home and see if that works as it was working before this updating. Let's hit return to home. It looks like it's way off the pad. The pad is, I'd say about 15, 16 feet away. There's the pad, and it's way off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna land it and we're gonna try this again. So here we go. I'm gonna pick it up a little bit. We'll give it a good height, so right above the landing pad. We're gonna just go out a bit on the other direction and see if she comes back and lands hopefully in the middle of that pad. So we're gonna go the other way. Got to keep our eye out because I've got it at 84 meters in height, 83. I think we're good though. I do hear an airplane off in the distance, but it's on the opposite side of where we are. So it's going to drop the camera on its own. I'll just leave it. It still looks off. I'm getting ready to pause it. It's way off. Oh, wait a second. It reacquired. There we go. It's a precision landing. I have a funny feeling that it could be the overcast causing the issue for me. But when you put everything together with everybody else saying the same, I don't know. There's something not right. Well, that's good. It landed perfectly.
So we have our target location is the Green Island. In French, it's called Île de Verre. We have a total of 19 waypoints. And if you look at the little map I have on the screen right now, that little island that's in the center is what we're going to go around. Off we go. So we've arrived at waypoint 1. And this is from this past September. It's actually our third flight. This is the ideal location to try this, this type of waypoint mission. We've got everything going in this waypoint mission. Basically, we have our waypoints, we've got our POIs, our point of interests. And as you can see, the weather was cooperating on this day. And what you're seeing here is from the second flight. So we're working our way backwards. We went from the third flight to the second, and then we're going to transition into the first flight. We're not far from our ending waypoints. That's our last waypoint, 19, right here. Okay, the aircraft is going to return home now. And we'll see if it does a precision landing. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It's looking like a precision landing, no doubt. Here we go. Just perfect.
Precision landing.
So today we took a nice drive and we came out here. It's in the countryside and we're gonna fly our Mini 4 Pro. I'd like to test out the cruise control with the latest firmware upgrade. It's a very beautiful area here. I've never been here before. It's to make sure that we avoid all the obstacles that might come in our way. And this is a mountainous region, so we have to be aware of our elevation and our height in that respect as well. Maybe we'll go around this way, and you can see that the OcuSync 4 is really is very, very good. That looks like a farm down there. And those are, believe it or not, they're apple orchards. Let's try the cruise control now. That didn't work. I guess the key is no longer... Oh, there we go. That was really strange. It took about 6 seconds to activate. We've got the cruise control on. It's a good thing because it's getting tired of holding the stick forward. And this way we can just focus on our flight. And as you can see, our RC signal is starting to degrade. Drop me a comment below if you've had this kind of situation happen to you with the cruise control. It took literally 6 seconds to activate. Okay. Let's just take a small detour over this area here. And maybe come around in back of the home point if our signal can reach that far. All right, let's get out of cruise control. And we'll do a return to home.
Return to home.
Let it come back. I gotta be ready on the pause button. It looks like it's gonna land on the roof there. Oh, it's straightening out.
Landing.
Switch is on. Okay, Victor. Landing rocket arm switch is on. Here comes the throttle. Circuit breakers in. We have separation. Inboard and outboards are on. I'm coming forward with the side stick. Looks good. Roger. I've got a blowout. Vapor 3. Get your pitch to 0. Pitches out. I can't hold it altitude. Correction. Alpha 4 is on. Emergency. Flight com. I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
Hey, welcome back everyone. So this is the place where I had my my new DJI Mini 4 Pro crash, and that was like, you know, a couple of days old, and I drove up here so we can you know, test it out. So I never really had a chance to fly here with my DJI Mini 4 Pro. Today we're going to do just that. We're going to fly in this area. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.